So there may come a time in every stacker's journey where the other half finds out about their gold stack. Now, maybe you led with that in the first place to lure her in, get her interested, but for many of us it might just come as something a bit later. So if your gold stack is discovered, don't fear, I've got your back. We're going to talk about some of your options. Now, it could be the suspicious packages turning up all sorts of times through the week. You could obviously get a PO box or a mail divert to get around that. It could just be the endless browsing of coin forums or eBay or coin websites, dealers, whatever it might be. Or it could be the frequent twitching, looking at your phone, seeing what a spot price is doing. Maybe one of these things gave you away. Or maybe it's just a big pile of gold you have at home. Maybe you've got your own vault, Scrooge McDuck style, and you are just floating around in there of an evening. Now, if you're from the UK, luckily the Royal Mint has got your back on the most part. So if you look here, we have £100 face value on the Britannias. Now, that's also the same for the 1 ounce Tudor Beasts. We've got the Bull here. We also have the same on the Queen's Beast and so on. So you see here, £100, and perhaps your wife is still furious that you spent £100 on this stupid 1 ounce gold coin that you can't even spend in the shops. Well, maybe then quarter ounces are a better option. So, this is only £25. You get 4 of them for one of these, and you still can't spend them in the shops anyway. So what's the point? Now, there are some grey areas, and first one is the sovereign. So these are the 2022 sovereigns we've all seen before. There we go, you can see it under the light there. But they don't actually have the face value printed on. The good thing though, they do look like copper, so they don't even look like gold. And because they're quite small, so well, that's a gold one, this is like some coppery thing. And people don't really value copper the same. It's in our change in the UK, and it's pretty cheap. So people already know copper is more or less worthless as a coin. So you've got that option. You could just say it's copper. The other thing you could do is, start buying some foreign gold. So this here is a 20th ounce maple, and this is another one. Now on the back, you see it has the $1 face value. I know they're very small, but trust me, it does say that $1 face value. And with those, you say, well, it's Canadian dollars, not even real dollars, And you're probably in the clear. It's quite a bit of maths for the other half to work out, and therefore, you're probably going to be safe. Thinking, oh, they're tiny. What's a dollar? Oh, it's 80 pence. 2 of them. Oh wait, Canadian dollars. Is that even less, or is it a bit more? You're probably in the clear by that point. And you've time to run and hide at least until things calm down. Now there are some other coins, like this is £20 face value, and obviously that's fairly straightforward. So it's £20. The Silver Britannias, they are they £2? I've not got any here just to show you, but the 2 ounces, Queen's Beast, I think they're £5, and so on. So you've got a lot of different options there. The Royal Mint has got your back. Now the other option is you could show off your collection of currency coins, where you're perhaps just doing a date run and collecting the different designs. So these are 50 pence, and you can actually spend these in the UK. These are our current currency coins. For some reason the Royal Mint do different designs and release them. I think people can buy them. I know people resell them on the likes of the online marketplaces, for people who are collecting them. These personally I've just collected in change over time. So, they're not super rare or anything. Some of them are. There's a lot of gaps in here of the ones I've not got. But over time, they just sort of come in here and there in your change. And, if I fill this whole album, it's still only going to be worth like, £100? I don't know how many 50p's fit in it, about 120. So, yeah, maybe it's not even that. Maybe it's like £60. So, I can justify having that. The kids can starve, but I could probably keep my 50p's. And worst comes to worst, we can just sell them and spend them in the shops. So all is good there. Now, the other thing to consider is if you're going to store your gold at home,
and you're going to hide it somewhere really clever, it might get thrown away. So personally, I use vault deposit boxes, safe deposit boxes. It just, to me, is safer. If I wasn't making videos on YouTube, maybe I would keep it at home, but I just prefer to have it locked away and just to know it's safe. And, there's obviously risks with every storage option, but at least if it's in the safe deposit box, nobody's cleaning and accidentally chucks it all in the bin or drops it at the charity shop or anything like that. So it does save me, a little bit of worry and concern. So the Royal Mint, like I say, they do have your back there. And the other thing, if you're going for gold bars, then they're a bit more like James Bond villainy. Maybe they'll arouse a bit more suspicion in your relationship, what you're up to, why you keep disappearing off, and meeting strangers in dark car parks, exchanging wads of cash for these coins you can't even spend in the shops. So yeah, by the way, these are my 2 new coins today, and they are 2 20-ounce maples. Picked them up basically because they were a good price, and that's more or less it. See you on the next one.